We return immediately, with Lang howling at nothing.
Then which of the two was the real president on that day 12 years ago?
Fuck.
Goddess of the law. Then which of the two presidents... Which of the two was the real president on that day 12 years ago?
Most likely the one who died. Who contracted Dogan to murder Hong? In order to learn that first, we must have a look at the evidence that we proved as false earlier. And that piece of evidence we know to be false is it's the photo, right?
Take that!
Did Cameron...
No. There's no way Cameron, like, staged that, like, hired an assassin to kidnap him or some shit just so he could get the scoop of the century. That can't be right. The photo taken with Cameron's camera, because he was murdered. You know, there was no way... Whatever. There's no way that's right. Don't know why that occurred to me. Cameron's camera was taken after he was murdered. He was murdered because he witnessed the presidential assassination. In other words, the photo must have been taken following the assassination. Given that, who is the president pictured in the fake photo? We must consider him to be the body double. The body double was in on it! Oh my god! That is a intimidating looking shot, isn't it? In other words, the body double had the real president murdered and then took his place. Patricia Rowland, Blaze must have cooperated in that plan. My god, you bastards. Hold it. Hong's body was never found. Just where could it have been disappeared to? Maybe that's what was buried. And the answer to that is already quite apparent. This is where the real president's body was. Oh, for God's sake. Footprint? Is that gonna do it? Thank you. Last night, there was something Blaze had to unearth with his own two hands. That item was not the ransom. It was something far more important.
Ah, so Blaze unburied the...
Unburied? I suppose that could be a word. The real president's body. The possibility is quite high. What did you say? The bones from the body buried 12 years ago would have still remained. Yes, unfortunately. Grim, but true. According to Mr. Power's conversation... according to Mr. Power's, construction was to begin as soon as this lot. What? That was the deadline. Soon at this lot, maybe. Both for the movie and the retrieval of the body.
Because they would have found the body when they started construction.
Agent Lang, let us search the footprints that Blaze dug up. Yeah. If the body was buried there, there'd be traces of it. Hey, somebody call forensics. I have the results of the search. We found traces in the dirt that suggest a body was buried here. So, it was Hong after all. Kept you waiting, huh? We also recovered the skeletal remains that Blaze the Best dug up. They were in his home. In addition to the bone structure, the dental records and the bone fractures all match up. We can confirm it was indeed President Huang. So the real President Huang really was killed 12 years ago. Ugh. How grim and unfortunate. The SS5 incident was a murder. Monster's footprint, concrete is broken ground being exposed, dug by Blaze to retrieve the body.
So the SS5 incident was actually a murder incident. But there's so much information. It's way too confusing.
Indeed, let us take this opportunity to review the details of the case.
First, the real president came to the orphanage, right?
12 years ago, the true President Huang visited the orphanage in order to meet his son. We're doing this with chess pieces? Really? Footsteps in the snow that were there were thought we belonged to Mr. Cameron. Boy, it was lucky they both had giant feet. Were most likely made by the president at the time. President Huang,
why midnight? Your son's not going to be awake.
Whatever. President Huang was supposed to meet his son there.
Also, 12 years ago, the kid would have been 1!
Whatever. However, the one who actually showed up was the assassin, Sierra Dogan.
He came here to meet his son, but was murdered instead. How horrible.
I agree, that is dark. A man like Dogan shows no mercy. Well, in the business of assassination, you really shouldn't. So, credit where it's due, the man's a professional. And after that, the second tragedy occurred.
You mean Mr. Cameron's murder?
Indeed, Mr. Cameron saw the decisive moment. After the real president was killed by Dogan... What are these K's? Are they supposed to be knights? Eh. His body was carried to the rear of the courtyard by... Oh, kidnappers. By a team of kidnappers. Mr. Cameron must have witnessed that moment. From the orphanage entrance. Although he himself believed he had actually witnessed a kidnapping. Furthermore, by this time, the body double who had come to meet with Blaze and Miss Rowland was already standing behind Mr. Cameron.
So did nobody question, hey, what happened to your body double?
And then the witness to the
And then the witness to the incident, Mr. Cameron,
was killed by the body double. So was Mr. Cameron's corpse also carried by the body double?
Well, first of all, yeah, the body double was fat, but see, this dead body right here hasn't been, popping back into fat. He's still jacked as all hell, so maybe he was jacked as all hell at the time of this.
Yes, that seems likely.
But there wasn't anything at the crime scene that looked like a body double's footprints.
I already figured out how he accomplished that. There's a piece of evidence that would have made it possible. What did the body double use to move the body without leaving any footprints?
I would have just said it was the fake shoes. Move the body without leaving any footprints. Is it the fake shoes? Maybe. Can't imagine what else it would be.
Take that!
Yeah, okay, good. This is almost certainly how the body double carried Mr. Cameron's corpse. After Cameron was killed, the president's body double carried him into the middle of the garden. I suspect the body double was wearing the same shoes as the real president at the time, if he made sure to step precisely on top of the footprints left by the real president.
Ah, since the shoes were the same.
Alright, that's not bad, actually. And there would only be one set of footprints left behind in the snow.
I think I've got a pretty good grasp of the SS5 incident now. But there's still one thing I don't get.
What's that?
Why did they need to stage the objection?
Because Mr. Cameron witnessed the incident. He saw the president at the orphanage. He left behind witness testimony on Miss Crane's answering machine. Even Blaze couldn't make that disappear. Ergo, the body double needed a reason for the president to have been at the orphanage.
And that's why they prepared the fake kidnapping charade.
Everyone pronounces things slightly differently. Even though it is charade, she likes to say
Charade.
The people with the fake photo and the body double, and most likely Patricia Rowland. The person in the coat is
The person in the coat is Miss Rowland? What makes you say that?
The two would have left the orphanage in order to take the picture. Just like when he moved the body double. Just like when he moved the body, the double used the real president's footprints.
Ah, so the second set of footprints must belong to the person in the coat.
Indeed, we originally believed those footprints belonged to Cameron's killer. They were size 7 footprints, too small for Blaze's feet. And thus we can presume... Well, we wouldn't know that, would we? We never talked about his shoe size. Thus we can presume the person playing the part of the kidnapper was Patricia Rowland. Hidden in the shadow of the presidential kidnapping was a presidential assassination. I see. So that's why my old man... Why he what? The old man must have realized that a murder had taken place. After all, he had the kid's drawing.
However, that picture was never presented as evidence.
Your father likely took it from the young witness during the investigation and hid it. He had to have known that Huang was dead. But what if he had revealed that back then? Revealed the death of the president on the backbone of Zhang Fa? That would have caused chaos. And that's why my old man took the secret to his grave. He even took the blame for the kidnapping, knowing that it would fall on the house of Lang. So this is the truth that Agent Lang's father hid 12 years ago. And now it's all become clear. Well, I'll be.
That's some interesting stuff, actually. Is that really the case, I wonder? Who the hell could this be? Damn, if it were 10 minutes into the future, I could make the end of the episode here. Who could this be? It would be weird if it were... excuse me. It would be very weird if it were De Killer or Dogen. It would be weird still if it were Patricia or Blaze. But I can't think of who else this could be, you know?
Alright, let's find out.
Huh?
What? Who's there?
Oh, fuck, it is Dogen.
That bell! It's...
You haven't changed? Like... You're still okay. Also, get him. He broke out of prison. Even if we can't tie him to this case, he's a wanted criminal. And, you know, murderer, so... Still, somebody grab him. We'll talk, you know, in a bit here, but somebody grab him first.
Siran Dogen!
And his trusty hound! You, why are you here? How can you just brazenly show up here? Who do you think you are, pal? Forgot he was here. I found the conversation most intriguing, and I just, well...
Are you feeling nostalgic about an old murder of yours?
You're the one who killed Huang. Nostalgia? I think not. You were speaking about the person I am searching for. Which one?
You're searching for someone?
I escaped from prison in order to meet with a young acolyte. The one who wore the red raincoat. Who the I thought it was him! Who the fuck is in this raincoat?
The red raincoat?
Who is this person?
I suspect it's the same person as the mastermind you are searching for.
The body double? But he's dead. I thought this...
Yeah, okay, yeah, this is... I assumed this was Dogen. Someone you've been searching for. The one in the red hood.
Batman!
Actually, I think that was Joker, but whatever.
The red hood?
Don't they seem surprised, Anubis? Yes, they are, my boy. 12 years ago, this young acolyte saved my life. And we're doing this now, okay? What the fuck is that? I thought he was the one in the red raincoat. Who the hell? God, yeah, like, let's look at the organizer. Let's look at profiles. No. Okay. No. Can't be K. No. I'm just going from left to right here. No. It's none of those people. No. Probably not. No. Probably not. Maybe. Definitely not because he's dead. Definitely not because it's him. Maybe, I guess, possibly, unlikely though, kind of weird, don't know, could be, unknown. No, dead for 12 years, no, also still dead. Well, figs. Certainly it was I who killed President Huang. Alright, it's confession, get him. However, my life was also targeted on that day. The body double, Blaze, and Patricia all sought to seal my lips. You gotta trust your professional assassins, alright? Like, they're pros. They're not gonna turn state's evidence against you. Except in that one film with Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. Which I keep meaning to see. I actually own it, but I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Had I not been reunited with the young acolyte back then, I would have been in danger. But alas, even to this day I do not know what has become of the young acolyte.
So your client was indeed your body double, the man who was the main perpetrator of this crime.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but I remember his words even now.
There have been countless attempts on my life. I imagine it's the president, so I'm just going to talk like the president. There have been countless attempts on my life. Not just once or twice. Countless. And yet, why must I be the only one to face the danger? When I stand before the people, I garner the same respect the president does. Tell me, just what is the difference between him and me? He was elected, and you just are some cunt that looks like him. That's a major difference. Political beliefs and all. People didn't vote for you. They voted for a guy who happens to look like you. The difference was great. While the voice and style of speech may have been the same. One can mimic the body, but the heart cannot be reproduced. Exactly! That was the difference, you dumbass. I suppose his own weakness cost him his quest to become a leader. I'm sorry, leader. Nobody's on a quest to become a unit of measure. Don't know why I said that. Now that Rook's gone, I'm in charge. I'm not sure if you're as capable as Rook was.
What are you saying? I'm totally the leader now. I say things like totally. Meh.
Perhaps the king and his knight were not so different after all. The body double believed the president's only weakness was a woman called Amy. To find the woman, he needed the assistance of someone from this country. So he joined forces with Blaze. After determining her whereabouts, he simply waited for the right opportunity.
That chance came with the meeting at the orphanage.
Indeed, the director of the orphanage was bribed and brought in as an accomplice. He must be referring to Patricia Rowland. Well, given what I've told you, do you realize the whereabouts of the young acolyte now? No, I haven't a clue. You mean the boy who saved you? But how do you know that he is the mastermind? That day, the young one caused a fire at the garden of the orphanage.
Ah, you're talking about the kid who started a fire as a prank.
A prank? No, not at all. On that night, 12 years ago, and before I go down that path, 12 years ago, there is no way John, at the age of 1, masterminded this plan and started a fire while hiding in an igloo. I am not very childlike. Is he perhaps older than he seems? That would suit the... nah, it can't be him. Is it really going to be John, and it's going to be... He's actually way older than we let on, because that's a plot twist that I'm kind of getting sick of seeing. Like, that's all what... You hear about those as the stupid cliches, but, you know... It's possible, I suppose, but I'm going to go with highly unlikely and probably annoying if that is the case. On that night, 12 years ago, the young acolyte was hiding inside the igloo. It seems he witnessed Patricia and Blaze moving the body from his hiding place. Apparently, he heard them talking during that time. It would seem they were planning to kill me because I knew the truth. He immediately came to the main hall to tell me that. Why? What honor and loyalty did he have to you? I learned this about the young acolyte sometime later. It seems he was wearing a red raincoat at the time. He led me out of the main hall. And then the young acolyte said he was going to get rid of our footprints. He scattered some lamp oil near the igloo over the snow. Then, he boldly set the oil ablaze.
Ah! No way! He set the fire in order to...
All their focus was diverted towards the burning flames. I took the opportunity to escape through the rear exit. So, the boy in the red raincoat is the mastermind behind this case. That's a hell of a thing to pin on a boy in a raincoat. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that right, Anubis? Yes, boy. Yes, it is. I do like his affection for his dog. Alright, first of all, why am I rebuttaling this? This should be news to me, not something up for debate, but whatever. Fuck, I'm in too deep, I have to keep going. Fine. I'll try and... maybe I'll finish it today. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Talk to you later, Shrewd Negotiators. See you around Ask Planet.